You're dead. You barely have hit points left, and there's like one fucker left. I do have my cloak and dagger again, but you're in a very annoying spot. And we'll deal with you later. It should still be high ground, right? Use the 1 to keep up my clear-minded. Next round, flesh sacrifice, and mosquito swarm, which kills. Am I really 1100 experience away? God, that's great. All right. This is going pretty well, gotta be honest. Is this gonna remain for long? Oh, one more turn. Nice. And then we'll just blood rain it away. Just to get rid of it. Laser ray, unidentified boots, golds, excavation log, and a key. Excavation log. The AETERA. Okay.
The AETERA. What an incredible discovery.
Okay. If you say so. So, what is this?
The pedestal seems empty, as if it once supported something powerful. If this is what Dallas was looking for...
This must be where the Magisters found the AETERA.
Did you just repeat what the narrator told you? Okay, cool. 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 A little weird, but cool. I thought it said there was something watching me for some weird reason. Eerie table, okay. That is the most random moment to get a level up. I walk into a room. Bling! Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it. Let's put wits to 43, which then puts me to 47 initiative, which makes this a little better. I am legitimately thinking of just saying fuck two-handed and going scoundrel anyway. Just mostly off of, like, the crit damage. Because, like, I really don't feel like I'm getting that big of an increase off of my, like, two-handed weaponry. Like, sure, my damage of my unarmed strikes goes up, but, like, that's it. Even then, these, like, deal half that damage, and I really barely ever melee attack. So I'm really starting to think that I should just upgrade Scoundrel. I'm actually going to put a point into Scoundrel, I think. Rather than, two-handed. And then I think I'm going to move all my points of two-handed back down to Scoundrel. I don't know, I like it more, personally. Put Persuasion to 5 for now, seeing as I'm mostly using Persuasion at the moment. Don't ask me why, I'm just going to learn it. Because I think I might have a use for it later down the line. I really ought to, like, put all these keys somewhere, shouldn't I? Get, like, a bunch of bags, just, like, have every bag be something. Anyway, I can do the next fight at level 14, which I don't mind, to be perfectly honest. Arrow. Sure.
The tablet seems to glow from within with a subtle light. Etched runes cover its surface. Your fingertips burn so hot it feels like they are melting. Electrical sensations sizzle in your mind. You understand that the runes are ancient Rivellonian, the oldest known language. You feel the fragments under your fingers. An Lesru. You know not how, but you understand the meaning of these words with the very marrow of your being. One. One must rise. Then your fingers grow cold to the bone. Suddenly, you are just a person standing in a cavern, clinging to a stone tablet as if it were a life raft.
That was some kind of test. I'm really not sure whether I passed or failed.
Gonna be perfectly honest, that makes two of us.
The unusual tablet is marked on all sides with... As your fingertips trace these mutilated runes, your eyes flicker closed of their own accord. You see, you sense something ancient watching you, perusing you like from within the endless emptiness. You sense an interest within the cold voice addressing. You see your life flash before your eyes, every memory flitting by like a moth's wings at a lantern. The vision reaches the present moment and diverges into multiple strands, impossible to keep track of. Your brain aches with the effort of trying to keep up with the intelligence as it sifts through your every potential future. You see salvation and destruction and every shade of existence in between. And all of a sudden, it's over. An electric feeling pulses in your fingertips.
Okay. Am I supposed to take this with me?
The tablet looks the same, but you cannot touch it. An invisible...
Oh, okay, I can't touch it. Good to know, I guess. The Eternus. Okay, so there's something here and they took it.
The pedestal seems empty. If this is what...
Okay, didn't change with me picking up the tablet. Good to know. Get my source point back in case I need to grasp stuff. I really haven't necessarily been needing my death wish, have I? Maybe I do need to like lower my memory a little bit at some point. Not now, but chicken, sure. We can make soup. Oh, hadn't even noticed this yet. No, locked. Of course it is. Let's not make the same mistake that I did last time.
Fastened tight.
Yeah. Pick lock. Thank you. One of these items gives me strength, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Because I was overweight. Alright. Combined with arrow shaft. There you go. Which we can then sell. Alright. No idea why I'm whistling. Yeah, I'm wearing my correct equipment again. Just so I don't go into battle with thievery gear. So that could be a problem. Oh, is this another? This is another one of those thingamabobs.
I've never seen...
The stone relic pulls on your consciousness. You feel the tendrils of an ancient... As your fingertips brush the cool stone, you feel the depths of your being crack open. A sharp, electrical...
Mask of the Shapeshifter. That's something I want to craft. And fast.
I can craft that? Wait, really? There's a recipe for that? That's kind of cool. Oh, hold up. I'm literally just trying to go here. Because I don't know how to go to my recipes. Is that armor? Yeah, Mask of the Shapeshifter. Any human Mask of the Shapeshifter, any Dwarven Mask, and 3 Source Orbs. Or a Source Orb, and I have 3, I guess. Huh. Interesting. I never knew. Is there, like, supposed to be something here? I guess that lets me get down here, but... eh. We'll just go, back here. Easier way to do it. Rather than going around. Alright, so we know... so this is clear, so now let's go that way. Oh wait, no, we went this way. What am I talking about? I am so heavily awake. Clearly. Very, very clearly. Oh, whoops. Possessed Blackling Lever, Weaponized Monk. Okay. Possessed. Weaponized Monk. A White Magister, Magister Knight. So just a lot of people that I don't like.
Magisters, up to no good, no doubt.
Are they ever? Is that ever a thing? Are Magisters ever up to a good thing? You're getting too close with your vision cone, buddy. Okay. How do we want to do this? We probably want to kill you first, right?
He was a saboteur and paid the price.
Okay. 6 of you. Should be fine. Just blow you people up with corpse explosion, I guess. Should be fine. Alright. And then... apparently there's stuff over here. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. What? Peace of mind. Infect something? For a lot of damage? Should be fine, right? Yeah, it should be fine. Got him. Okay. Still hasted, so that's good. Oh, you are like perfectly positioned if I kill something. Would you have... I don't see retribution, at least. Okay. Let's deal a little bit more damage. Let's get you. Just to be safe, I kind of want to use Living on the Edge. Just as like a precaution. In case this one has like Retribution. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love it. That one well. That one very well. Oh. There's one random chuckle over here. I never noticed that. That's okay. All of a sudden I'm like, wait, there's something over there. Why? Why are you over there? Can I hit you from here? No, I can't. Okay. Aw, I was hoping I... Okay. I mean, this is fine. Worst case scenario, I just use another body to blow you up, to be honest. I should have peace of mind at first, because... Dodge. Dodge! I'm actually just gonna move you over to your friends. And then blow up a corpse. Oh, you're just dead. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Not important. Not important. Okay, can I? Thank you. Ooh, money. Money and a Magister's Cloak, which gives 2 intelligence. Money. Always happy with money. Mend Metal Scroll. Okay, cool. And you have an oily book. That is... So... Oh, God. I don't like how this game scrolls, I swear. Okay. Ember, Sapphire, Emeralds.
Guess I know what I need to do now.
Do I? I don't know. I have like way too many Why do I have panties? Of all the things I could have, I would really... Oh, whoops. We're still young. I think I need a... Is this the book that I'd like
Impressive.
need?
A barrel filling machine for the oil, I believe.
Nice. I love how like my lucky find every now and again just pops up randomly. Damaged oil pump.
From somewhere deep within the inner workings of the machine comes an irregular clanking sound, then a weak gurgle. Inoperable, it seems.
Wait, what did it say? The only thing that will save my life is knowledge that does order have yet, at least I hope so. Machine restart sequence. Ember, Sapphire, Emeralds. There's also an image of a garnet at the bottom marked out with a big red X. Emerald is green, right? No, is it? Garnet is red. Wait, hold on. Wait, what did it say? Ember, sapphire, emerald.
From somewhere deep within the inner workings of the machine comes an irregular clanking sound, then a weak gurgle. Inoperable, it seems.
I think I need to ignore the red one, right? Because it said... Which one did it say I needed to ignore? Garnet, which I think is red.
From somewhere deep within the inner workings of the machine churns into life. Gears, it settles into a slow metallic chug. The machine churns into life. It settles into a slow metallic... The machine churns into life. Gears, the machine rattles, grinds... There's a loud bang as a rivet flies across the cavern, then dies.
That didn't work. The wrong order of levers, perhaps.
Wait, hold on.
From somewhere deep within the...
Okay, it does allow me to try again. That's good. So Ember, Sapphire, Emerald. Sapphire I think is blue. Emerald I think is green, and then Ember yellow?
From somewhere deep within the inner workings of the machine comes an irregular clanking sound. Then the machine churns and it settles into a slow metallic chug. Ready for the next lever, perhaps? The machine churns, it settles into... The machine churns, the machine rattles, grinds and hits, then settles down into a steady...
It's working.
Okay. There you go. Okay. No idea what this did, but... I guess... If it was correct, it was correct.
That's a lot of firepower to stockpile in one place.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Figured, you know, a fire spell would always help. Okay. Stop getting close to me. Can I turn this off? Can I, like, put this out with blood? Oh, nice. Wait, did that actually turn it off, or did it just burn out by the moment I did that? Yeah, this is creepy as shit. Ancient temple. Okay.
I've seen places like this in books. Never thought I would see something like this in reality.
A generous offer. Where was that? A generous offer. Hold up. I'm gonna... Here. Oh, but not the ones we're looking for. Okay. Oh shit, eternal artifact. Nice. Okay. I think I know what this is.
This is the archaeological discovery of a lifetime.
Okay. I think I know what this is. Diary. Can I read it? Thank you. Relic Earth, Duna, Air, Tersendilia's blood, source still fire. Okay. Okay.
What a way to die. Down here in this darkness. Poor soul.
So, there's one thing that worries me a little bit, which is the fact that I know there's a specific fight here, but I don't know if I have the initiative for it, which is the thing that scares me. Because right now, how much am I at? So I get 8 from Peace of Mind, and I have 47. Because I'm legitimately thinking of equipping the higher initiative one again, just to be safe, because that puts me to 53. Pillar of Duna, Pillar of Solstice. Kind of think I remember how to do this, but I don't remember the order. Because you have to activate these, right?
Zamadia, the mother of wizards.
Okay. Just gonna...
Zulstissa, the scale, Duna, the stoutest of the 7. Tearsendilius, worshipped by my people.
I am never gonna remember who's who, am I? Hold up. I'm actually gonna make notes of that, because I don't remember how... I actually don't know how this puzzle works. I've seen it a couple of times, but like...
Relic of the humans.
Okay. Relic. Humans. Then...
Zantedza, the goddess of mirth, worshipped by imps.
Yes, I'm taking notes. Shush.
The god of the orcs. Well, that wasn't right.
Okay, so Vrogir, Orcs. This was Amadia, right? I'm just gonna do this one more time.
It's Amadia, the mother of Zulstissa, the scaled god of the lizards.
That was Sorrow. Oh, it literally says so. Oh god, I can hover over it.
The stoutest of the 7. Tearsendilius, worshipped by my people.
Still gonna write it down, because I kind of want to make sure that I have it while I'm looking at the document. Okay, hold up. So what did it say? Idiots, the workers' claim of meddling with the gods, took a small chip from the pillar, had to test it somehow, now they sealed me down here. Each of the 7 seems tied to an element or trait. Earth, air, blood, fire, muscle, mind, magic. Am I supposed to do it in the order that he just noted it down? Okay, hold on.
Relic of the humans. Zantedza, the god of the orcs. Well, that wasn't right.
So what was it? Relic Duna Tier. Okay, Relic Duna Tier.
Relic of the humans. Duna, Tearsendilius, worshipped by my people.
Relic Duna Tier. Zorl. Vrogir. Zulstissa.
The scaled god.
Vrogir, I guess. Vrogir, Xantessa, Amadia. This is Vrogir.
The god of the orcs, Vrogir. Zantedza, the goddess of mirth, worshipped by imps. It's Amadia, the mother of well, that wasn't right.
Aw, damn it. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, I got that... What was the other book that we got? Here, Tales of the Seven Gods. Wait, is there... Or do I have to read this? I probably have to read this, don't I?
The curious sculpture comes alive as you reach out to... The carving is covered in strange glyphs that feel oddly familiar. Trying to read the symbols, you hear a faint whisper, your mind swims, and you read, "Our first lords babes with power glowed, our seconds born in blood that flowed. Our thirds young to the wind return, our fourths to glowing flames adjourn."
Okay, so power, blood, wind, flame?
Our fifth lord's cubs with minds were blessed, our sixths had brawn beyond the rest.
Mind, brawn...
Our seventh's brood spread from earth to glen, and thus no
Earth.
king shall rise again. You try to hold your focus as the whispering...
A riddle from the past, or maybe a riddle about the past.
And then this gives you the order because power... Hold up. Power doesn't really say anything with blood. So Tyrsendilius is second. Wind is air is Duna. Flames is fire, so Zorl's Dissa. Mind... Zantedza. Brawn, I'm assuming, is muscles of Rogier. Earth, Ralik. And then by process of elimination, and power being magic makes sense, so Amadia is first. Okay, cool. That's... Okay, so the order with that in mind is Amadia first, right?
It's
Then-
Amadia, the mother of wizards.
Tyrsendilius, which is over here, if I'm not mistaken. Tyrsendilius, Duna,
By my people, Duna, the stoutest of
Zoroastissa,
Zulstissa, the scaled god.
and then Zantedza,
Huh, Zantedza,
Vrogir,
the god of the orcs.
Ralik.
Vrogir, Ralik of the humans.
Okay. I'm legitimately gonna switch. Because I'm worried. Oh, shit. Wait, what is my initiative right now? 61 to 53 without ancient sarcophagus. Okay.
What in the name of Lucian's prize pig is going on here?
Okay. I'm just really worried because I'm afraid I'm gonna die here.
I wonder what they did in life to deserve. I wonder what they did in life to.
The creature looks down from its perch, trembling. It crawled out of that sarcophagus as if it had forgotten how to move its limbs. It turns to you, and you see its face is covered by an intricate mask.
Okay, let's hope I have enough initiative.
From behind its unmoving lips, you hear a noise. It starts as a groaning, croaking chatter, but slowly becomes more distinct. It's speaking.
Mais Saravel te de larentu, Chamery.
I have no idea what you're saying.
The stream of noise cuts off abruptly. After a moment, you hear a jolting, lurching voice.
It wears the face of Ter Sendelius, but speaks the tongue of beasts. How cruel.
If you say so.
I suspected the Seven Lords won the war after they locked me here, but seeing their faces on dumb creatures, a depressing confirmation.
I'm sorry, are you talking about the gods?
Gods? What is this senseless braying? The Seven Lords were Eternals, just as I am.
Ah!
Deep within your soul, you feel your god stirring at the sound of the voice. You can feel its anger and fear swelling inside you.
What do you mean? The gods were Eternals.
The creature leans forward to get a better look at you, clucking and tutting under her breath.
It seems to be a simple form at its core, a source vat. A walking, unfortunately talking, source vat. Fascinating.
You're fascinating too, thank you.
I wonder how to extract the source from the vessel without...
Buddy, the source is mine. I'd like to keep it.
She pulls back suddenly, recoiling in horror.
It is rotting. Almost imperceptibly, but it decays before my eyes. How long before you show signs of wilting, I wonder?
What are you talking about?
The god within you reacts. His emotions a cocktail of fury
Oh.
and fear. You hear his voice, demanding that you give him control, demanding your body obey his will.
Oh. You're talking about the gods. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They are wilting away, they're dying. So, what the hell's hiding behind the mask?
An Eternal does not answer questions from whatever creatures happen to lumber into view. Especially when there is so much to be learned about their source. What happens to it, I wonder? Does it lie in whatever ditch it falls in, as its body decays? Or... Ah, no, of course. It is harvested.
Excuse me?
The god thrashes against your control. You can feel it hissing that this creature is dangerous, that it cannot be trusted.
To have had the technology of the Eternals, and made this. How crude. Although effective in its own way.
Okay, just fucking what?
AETERA, you worm. An eternity locked away was too good for you. I should have seen you ground to dust and fed to the wind. Your heresies deserve nothing less.
The figure recoils, as if struck.
Ter Sendelius, what happened to you? Did you truly fall so far?
Hey, chill.
Silence! It is your king that has fallen. He and all the other eternal cowards were flung into the void, and the power You were too scared to hunt has made me a god.
I feel like this is personal, so can you guys, like, kiss and make up and just, like, let me come, like, take what I came here for?
And yet here you stand, small, weak, decaying. I will not even need the AETERA to grind you into the dust.
Then don't grind me to dust.
You feel your guard freeze at the mention of this AETERA, a cold terror settling in your chest.
Where is it?
Ah, of course you never found it. You always lacked imagination, my lord. I hid it in these very caves, although I can feel its distance now. Someone has uncovered it. Perhaps they intend to flay the godliness from you. No matter. Given your pathetic state, it is mine to collect at my leisure. As for that monstrosity you have made your shell, it was designed to die.
Oi!
And I think it is time that design were fulfilled.
No?
Do not worry. The source shall not be wasted. It will carry me from this tomb. It will bring me freedom at last.
Please don't? Can we not? Can we not do that? Is that an option? Has that ever been an option? I don't like the way you talk to me. Gotta be honest. Okay. How are we playing this? Why do I have an explosive arrow here? No idea. Anyway. Okay. I am faster than her. That's good. What do you have? Floating? Sure. Range? Sure. Leadership, perseverance. That's less fine, but I don't really care. Okay. How do we want to play this? I think what we probably want to do is we probably want to nether swap you here. But maybe before I do that, I make it rain, because then I can grasp right on top of you right here. And then corpse explode if I want to. And I can still teleport something down. So I think that should be fine. Okay, so we are going to Blood Rain. We are going to nether swap. Which puts you there. I'm assuming this only hits you, but that's fine. We teleport you next to your boss, I guess. Before I do that, I'm going to Flesh Sacrifice. I still have Clear Minded, which means my crit chance has also gone up. And then we teleport one over here, which deals damage to both of you. I did just take damage. Can I see how much retribution you have? 2. So 10% of the damage that gets reflected. That shouldn't kill me. Right? This does 800 plus like 30%. Okay. So that's 1. It's a really good start, gotta be honest. You currently have 1,000 left. We corpse explode. Oh, she's dead. Nice. That's really good. She's dead. Which just leaves you two. So with that in mind, I am going to cast Uncanny Evasion and Chameleon Cloak. I didn't even use Adrenaline, I just realized. I wanted to be sure. Delay your turn. Alright. And then... this still shouldn't kill me. Actually, I do like the idea of just living on the edge. Just for, like, certainty's sake. If I Adrenaline Skin Graft, I can infect again. But then I lose out on my next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, yeah, let's Mosquito Swarm. Oh, you're just dead. Okay. I mean, that works, I guess. Which actually gives me 2 more points. Nice. Going to recast this. We are going to Skin Graft. I am going to teleport you over to your friends. And then I'm gonna blow you to pieces. All right. That was interesting. What do you have? A lot. Holy crap. Cloak and Dagger, Gold, Frost Rune, Earth Resist, Fire Resists, a ring, leggings, and an amulet. Alright. So, just to be sure, I'm just gonna do that.
I wonder what they did in life to deserve such a resting place.
So... now what? Like, I won. It's starting to annoy me, that little arrow. I feel like I should have gotten something from this. Or is that just me? Journal. But I just... here. So now what?
I wonder what they did in
Oh, right.
to deserve such a resting place.
There you go. I figured I was missing something. There ya go. Alright. So then that's, I guess, it here. We did explore this entire place, so I think we're just going back to the square at this point, right?
Keeping it together, Bree.
It's pretty good.
Buying or selling?
Investigating what I got. All right. I leveled up. Right. All right. Let me see. Nope. Should probably identify everything first. Oh. Alright. Alright, what do we have? So we're still using that one. We're just gonna give it back in a second. No. That's a wand, which we don't use. I'm still using that for other stuff. 2 Constitution, 2 Retribution, nope. Just nope in general. Geomancer Summoning, nope. Wits, Pyro, Hydro. Compared to 2 Warfare Rings, so nope. Retribution, Sneaking, nope. Sneaking, nope. 2 Strength, 1 Scoundrel, 1 Persuasion, nope. Alright. Did I miss anything? Yeah. Whoops. Alright. That should be fine. Do you have anything interesting? Finesse I don't need. What's this? 1 Wits, 1 Warfare, 1 Scoundrel, 2 Geo. Again, I think this is stuff that I sold you. At least it might be. 2 Wits, 1 Sneaking. Oh, wait, hold on. 2 Wits, 1 Sneaking, 2 Initiative, but requires 13 Finesse. Buh. Damn it. I mean, I could get rid of a point, and I'd lose out on a point of Wits to get a point of... I'm just gonna get them because it is good. It should really like say what you've sold, just so you know. All right. Oh, we're level 14 now, so that's good.
The carved figure is a resplendent sight in this...
Whoops. Mistakes were made.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think of it.
Just gonna store them. I'm not allowed to forget about it.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Can I technically do the last ritual? I probably can, but I probably shouldn't, right? Okay, so we're level 14. Let's go back to the square. and have a look. Hanag, Trail of Blood, which is the arm.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Trail of Blood? Wait, what's the Trail of Blood thing? I don't remember what the Trail of Blood is. The docks, which is with the Magisters.
I'm all right.
Then here, abandoned life with Sawmill.
Never forget.
Alright, I think I know what I can do next.
Your fish stinks.
We also have Jahan. I should actually go to Jahan for a second and see what he has. If he has any equipment. And I should go to the arena to do the same into Tarquin. So I'll do that first. Under Tavern. Not gonna do the arena until I'm at least like 15, probably even 16.
Figure it's time to prove yourself. Let's get it done.
Wow, that's a nice looking crossbow. A random thing. 2 intel. Wait, hold on. What is this? 2 intelligence, 1 scoundrel, 2 hydrosophist, 1 summoning. So I'd lose a scoundrel, but I would get 1 intelligence. I don't know if that's better though. Maybe for pants. Did I never switch my pants? Did I buy pants and never put on the new ones? I don't know. I just know that this one's better. 2 con, nope. 1 warfare, 1 huntsman, 1 scoundrel, 1 necro. This one I'm debating. Because I'd lose a point of scoundrel. I still think Sanctum's better off of the pure fact that, like, sure, it's 1 point of intelligence, but Scoundrel, like, my crit damage is so much better. And I'd honestly like something with Warfare rather than Scoundrel. And I think Scoundrel just does more than Intelligence does, but that might be just me. I am gonna buy these. And I'm gonna change out my pants right in front of him. Because that's 2 wits and 2 initiative, so my wits goes up to 43. So my crit chance is down to 33. Why is my crit chance so low? Is it because I switched... Oh, because I switched weapons, probably. Oh, really? Is my other, like my 2-handed axe that heavy on the crit chance? Oh yeah, this one has 20% crit chance. Whoops. Okay, good to know. Good to know. But my initiative is a 49 now, so it's fine. Should be fine. It should be a lot better. Okay. Then... the Lady Vengeance. Have a chat with you.
Second time's a charm? Or have I asked...
Try as he might.
Where did you hear that precisely? Never mind. The AETERA is a children's fable, not really. Well, perhaps that says more about the caliber of their intellect than anything else.
Okay.
Such a device would be a gross overconcentration of power. It could purge the entire world of all source. Luckily,
No.
the laws of the universe render such a
No.
thing impossible.
No. No. Nope. I've gotten so much better shit, God. I already have that. I feel like I'm not getting better shit, which is annoying. Oh. Hold on. The runes. I need to look at this because I don't remember what gives what. Wait, so the runes of power... Giant flame rune of power... gives... Yeah, so if I put a flame rune, I get... And I put it in my, hold on. If I put it in my amulet or rings, then I get crit chance and intelligence if I make a large one. Which I do think is pretty good. The only thing that I was maybe thinking about was... Because the giant flame rune doesn't really... Is like, I'd maybe want like a mystical rune with a giant rock rune to get warfare. For armor. Right? So that was the one thing I was thinking, and then put 2 giant... then technically I'd probably want a physical... Like if I put a giant... Oh no, giant masterwork gives me strength, so I'd still want a fire rune at that point. So then I'm assuming... I definitely want to buy this, because that's going to be worth... And I have a couple of runes at least. So let's at least do that. I'm actually gonna sell you a bunch of my potions, because I'm never gonna use those. I might use the grenades in a minute. Also, I'm literally not spending my time on beer. Why am I still carrying this around? The bottles I'll keep, but that's mostly because of possibilities. Alright. Let me see. I don't have a rune slot in my amulet, which is something that maybe I need to look for then. But right now I'm looking for... Actually, no, this is the armor one. But then again, I can make it, I can put it in there. Even if it gives me just like physical armor. Or even if it just gives me fire resistance, it gives me 3 intelligence, so it's still worth it to do that. So, manage runes. Oh, this is masterwork. Wait, I need a flame rune. Do I have flame runes? Didn't I put those in the... I seem to remember I put runes in the storage chests. Oh, whoops. You.
Sibyl! Good, of course. Told you I would, didn't I? Sure thing.
Oh, no. I actually need this one. Did I put runes in here? I didn't. Did I actually sell all my runes? Am I really that idiot? Am I really that stupid? I might have been. Oh wait, no, I have a large. I just need a giant one, I guess. Okay, how do you make a giant one again? How do you make a giant flame rune? That would be 2 large and a pouch of superior pixie dusts. How do you get a pouch of superior pixie dusts? Bone dust and pouch of superior stardust. Nice. And you need a superior stardust herb for that. Pretty sure I don't have superior stardust herbs yet. That's annoying. That is annoying. Because I do have stardust, I have pixie dust, I have bone dust. But I don't have superior Stardust, I guess. I'm assuming you can't just make that. Yeah. Okay. Like, I can make bone dust, that's not the issue. I think I have skulls, like, out the bloody wazoo. I have bones, at least. So I can make that out the bloody wazoo, that's not an issue. I'm legitimately going to start getting rid of this. I'm not going to get rid of the carrots because the 4 wits can be helpful. Can I just... What does this do? It gives you 1 strength? Yeah, never mind. Anyway, with that in mind. So we need to start looking for, like, either giant runes or dusts, I guess. What the hell am I doing? I don't know. I legitimately do not know. You have a large... So I don't actually need masterwork runes, right? We're pretty much sticking to flame runes and possibly a rock rune. Unless something else gives warfare. I don't think so. So then we're pretty much sticking to flame runes and
Second time's a charm? Or have I asked too much of you?
rock runes. You had a rune, right? Which one do you have? You had a rune? Am I blind? Oh, there you go. Large flame rune. Yeah, sure. Let's buy one of these. And let's actually sell the masterwork ones. Alright. Nice. Okay, so now we have 2 large flame runes. We can make small ones into large ones later down the line as well.
Second time's a charm? Or have I asked too much of you?
Other than that, you don't have anything. Actually, with that in mind, I'm actually quickly going to go back to the square. You're probably not going to have that, but your friends might. Because maybe one of you has the materials that I want.
Glad to see you well.
What do you have? This is just Stardust, not superior Stardust. Which is a really weird thing to say, by the way. Oh, what is this? Con Geo Necro Leadership. Nope. Strength Scoundrel. I might have sold this to you, to be perfectly honest. I don't think you have
Until later.
items standard.
Back for a return visit, are you?
I know you don't have apotheoses yet, so... Okay. Yep. Alright. Let's...
I'm all right.
Driftwood Fields. Let's... quickly... Nope. That way? Oh, I was going the right way. What am I doing? I want to go and see Jahan. Did it say Furno? Okay. Geraldine. Okay. Apparently I'm now checking out cows. Wait, what? Oh, I messed this up apparently. Whoops. I am going completely the wrong way. Oh yeah, that's where I wanted to go.
Maybe the river could be crossed on that.
How fares the hunt, my friend?
Fine. I guess. Do you have anything for me that I can use? Doesn't look like it, does it? Looks like I sold you this shit. Okay.
May you want...
There's also the trolls, that is true. What was I gonna do? I was going to go... right, deal with this. Right, okay. And first I have to do something else. Quite quickly. Before I start killing more stuff.
I do believe this is still my room, don't you know?
No, I do know. Don't worry about it. You people really don't have anything good for me, do you? Now there's someone like shouting at the screen going, "That's really good, you dumb!"
Not he! Not he! No! An imposter is he! Bejeweled is he with a false name! Murderer, thief, imposter, a rival's revenge. But it matters no longer what drove them to daggers. It you who hears the laments of the dead, avenge, please!
Funny. So, gentlemen, I think we need to have a chat. No, but I wanted to have a chat. Not a normal chat, a deadly chat. You piece of shit. God damn it. Die! Fine, I'll do it over again. Jesus. I make this entire big speech and you just ruin it, why don't you? Oh, you can silence me. That's good to know. You guys are level 9. Oh, shit. Well, that's gonna be a waste of time, I guess. Oh, well. Okay. Hello. I'll just move you over there for a second, because I think that corpse is gonna go boom. Told you. You know, you don't have to believe me. Just It'd be appreciated if people started believing me every now and again. You know? Be appreciated.
The imposter is dead. You who succors the souls of the dead, I thank. I am Baron Levere.
Nice. Nice. Absolutely nothing. Nope. Hold on. Switch to our thievery gear, because otherwise this is never gonna work. Shh. It's fine. Thank you. Poison Wave, Ring of Bartering, Ruby. Nice. Alright. This... Oh, right, I'm currently wearing the, thievery equipment. Right, never mind. Hold up. I wanted to compare if the gauntlets were better. I don't think so, right? 2 initiative. Oh, well, Oh, wait, 2% critical chance, though. 2% critical chance, which, I mean, that's not a lot, but it's a little. 2 initiative, which is the same, and then the resistances don't really matter. Yeah, sure. That seems fine. 2 strength, 1 bartering, 1 leadership. Nope. I don't use bows. I don't use staves. 2 strength. No. And this maybe at some point. Nope. 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 I don't know if I can use this, but I'll store it on the Lady Vengeance, I guess. These I can sell because I don't use daggers. I think that's it, right? Yeah, okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Slightly better gauntlets. Oh. That's where the key was. You blind idiot. You blind idiot. Anyway. Speaking of which, out of like sheer curiosity.
The town is poor, but this room is rich.
A ghostly seaman stares at the captain, his lip...
Sail you with her, elf, or sail you with us? Then you won't sail with her. She ran the ship upon the rocks, although I rang the bell. You ran the ship upon the rocks, Captain, and all the...
The ghost swivels his head. A weathered woman in a...
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass. The ship is in the locker. On the bottom in the rocky shallows. And yet... Can you hear? The bell... Perhaps I am already mad. But I swear...
She buries her head in her...
Make it...
The ghostly seaman rings his bell.
Spoke to the lady captain, didn't you? I seen you, elf, cozying up. I'm doing my duty here, I am. But I'm on duty here. There are rocks ahead.
He blinks once, twice. A single sword. He raises a finger to his...
Oh, nice.
She babbles breathlessly on.
My ears are still a-ringing. And I have you to thank for it? That accursed bell lies with the peacemaker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows. The compass surely lies on the bottom, near where she was wrecked. Take it with my blessing, if you can find it.
She goes white.
You've got no call to go looking for no... Heed me.
She turns away.
Ooh. Con? I really want to... I'd rather at that point have the fire resist, I guess.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
I know where that compass is. I literally just put it in storage. So that we can get that quest out of the way too. And then we're gonna go and see a couple of wolves. Lone wolves, to be specific. Where is it? Wait. I did store it, didn't I? Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh god, I am so quick on this. I still need to get used to this. This way, Act 2 is going to take a while. Anyway. That way we can complete that. I don't know what we get for it. Probably not a lot, especially since we need 500,000 experience. Jesus.
She babbles breath.
My ears are still a ring. That accursed bell lies. The compass surely lies. Let me mark your chart. But you be warned.
She goes white as
You've got no call to go looking for no cargo. Heed me.
she turns away.
Wait, but
She stares off into the distance at some unseen horizon, ignoring you completely.
do I just give you the compass? I mean, I have it.
She stares off into...
Or are we just done right now?
She stares off into the... She stares off into the distance at some unseen horizon.
You got that right, Hilga. You got that right.
Out of sheer curiosity.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If I can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilga.
Reflex. Shush. Okay. Anyway. We'll put on the original gear again. Actually, do I have animal scales at the moment?
Second time's a charm? Or have I asked too much of you?
Alright, anyway. With that in mind, let's go. I'm assuming we need to get over here. So I think we just go Driftwood Fields, go up north, right? Past where we killed all the chickens. Because I want to look back at my bloody encounter. Assuming that nothing else is going to pop up here anymore. Could you imagine if like new chickens just popped up? Oh right, I also have to do that. The structure. Right. I'm level 14, I could probably do that.
I see you. An elf by appearance is not always an elf by heart. Prove yourself, overcome the trial, and stand as a true elf.
Okay, what does the trial entail?
You shall learn all that you... A true elf knows that nature is a finer weapon than even the sharpest blade. The 4 seasons have served our people well. 4 heroes rest before you. Pay homage to their skills. Winter shudders with ice and snow. Autumn rumbles, the sky lit aglow. Summer burns, air fiery as a hearth. Spring quenches with bloody rebirth.
Okay, I think I know how this works. So I'm pretty sure I need to douse each of these 4 areas in. So this is going to be winter, this is going to be autumn, then I'm assuming this is spring and this is summer? Oh yeah, it literally says so, Hero of Summer. Nice. So, take my notes again. So summer should be fire. Winter should be cold, I guess. This is why I kept the grenades, by the way. Autumn... No idea. And spring should be blood, then?
I am the voice of
4 totems, 4 seasons. What next?
Oh, these are actual totems.
The totem is still and
So... Spring was blood, right?
totem looms up.
So we can probably solve that one pretty easily.
From within the totem, and other
Spring. Gentle, so that the others may be...
Okay. So that's 1. Summer was probably fire, right?
a deep voice.
Summer.
Nice. So then winter, we know, is probably going to be cold. And I do have a frost grenade. So, what are you then? What is autumn? What was autumn? Ground. Does that mean oil? An electrified steam cloud, apparently. Oh god. Wait, but I do have... Okay, so I do have a Thunderbolt grenade, and I do have... I think I learned Cloud at some point, right? Or is it Smoke Cover? Wait, would it work if I just do... I mean, to be fair, I can make a balloon, put it on fire, and then electrify it, I guess. Oh, that makes a fire cloud? Really? That doesn't burn? Are you kidding me? Do I have, like... Do I have a fire service? Is that... Or do I need... Did I ever learn Fireball? I didn't, right? Oh, no, I did. Oh, nice. That works. And then I just need to throw in the grenade. Okay. Let's go. Alright, this should be fine. Right?
I see you. The trial remains incomplete.
Wait, are you no longer...
The totem is still...
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You have to do that at the same time? Really?
The totem stands...
Oh, crap. Well, at least the steam cloud remains. Okay, what do I have that, like, generates lightning? Do I have a skill that generates lightning? Probably not. Crap. Oh wait, shocking touch. Wait, would that work? Can I use it? Not memorized. Hold up. Can I? Okay, I can use this. If I use this skill now on the tree. Okay, that actually does it. Okay. And then I just need... ice. Do I have another frost grenade? Yeah, I do. Okay, I have one more. Okay. So, shocking touch, fireball, and grenade. Okay. That's going to be the idea. Okay. Oh, it actually needs to be a fire cloud. It can't be just a fire surf. Oh my god, that's lame. God. Are you kidding me? I need to use the laser? Jesus. Okay, fine. So, laser, touch, and grenade. Okay.
You have solved the riddle and shown...
Okay then. I will be honest, did not think that was gonna be how this started. Can I, like, teleport one of you guys over here by any chance? I can. Nice. Okay. Yeah, be with your friend. Just stay over there. God, I hope I didn't get rid of any important skills. I don't think so. God, I hope not. Okay. I don't really care about water immunity. I do care about you fuckers being pretty close to one another. Thanks for both taking a crit. I do appreciate that. Okay. How much damage is this right now? 564. Which I do think kills one of you. No, almost. I'm like just under. Then again, I could battle stomp, worst case scenario. Question is you. Oh, you're evading. That's fun. Please don't tell me those things also have a turn. think. Do I, out of sheer curiosity... I do have a teleport scroll. Oh, I can't teleport you. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's really fun. Okay, well. Did not expect that. This is never going to be enough damage. This could be, however. Please die. Of course. Ah, fork. I mean, don't get me wrong. This should not only knock you down, but it should kill one of you. Okay. That's 1 dead. 2 to go. I can't blow up your corpse. That, my dear friend, is very annoying. And I do not appreciate it. I should have done this first. But anyway. Perseverance is okay.
Fight as an elf. Strike true.
Okay, they don't seem to have done anything. You can heal, I don't... What was that for? Wait, what? What just happened? I don't know what just happened, but it looks kind of weird. Anyway. Okay, anyway. You remain an issue. Unless I can kill you. Which, I mean, possible. Crit, please. Nice. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. Because now, what we can do is we can skin graft. We can teleport you over to your little friend over here. Which already almost kills you. Seeing as you guys are such fan of blood, bye, guys. Wow, did not think you were gonna live that. Gotta be honest. I mean, I can always throw another spell at you, so... Not that big of an issue, but, you know. Annoying nonetheless. Well, that was fun.
The trial of combat has ended. You are...
Gag order. Set silenced for a turn. What is a Phoenix Heart? And I'm sorry, what? What is a Phoenix Heart? What is the Phoenix Heart for? I am now very curious. Feeding the challengers, yada yada yada. Oh, you can literally just eat it. Okay.
You're soaring high about the treetops.
I now have learned flaming tongues, apparently. That was my reward? What the hell is flaming tongues even? Here it is. Immediately attacking approaching enemies. Okay, cool. I don't need that anymore. Do I have anything else I want to put in there, by the way? While I'm looking at this. Or do I just want to get rid of this point of memory and put it to wits? Maybe I do. Like, this is a good setup. Do I really need anything else? Like, damage-wise? I might as well just get rid of the point of memory, right? Or the 2 points in memory, right? Yeah, I think that should be fine. I can always, like, get rid of living on the edge if I have to. Or, like, one of the 2 stunning skills. Yeah, okay. Well, that was interesting. Got a ring, I guess. And a skill that I'm never going to use. 2 skills that I'm never going to use. So then why did I just learn it? I have no idea. Because I feel like it, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Oh, squirrel. Don't particularly care about squirrels. Right. With that in mind, I am gonna go to the Lady Vengeance. I am going to change my point of memory for something else. Because I might as well.
Expert warrior.
Because otherwise I'm going to forget it. And we are now about a third of the way to level 15. And our wits is a 51. So I'm pretty happy about that. There you go. Wits 44. Need to change anything? I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to keep my persuasion for a bit right now. Because we're going to the Lone Wolves after this. But at least now my initiative base is like at 50. Which is pretty good. My critical chance is at 56%. Which I'm pretty happy with. So that's a pretty nice. You know, there's one thing I do want to check, actually, now that I'm here. Because... So I put the sword here, right? Oh, this also has 10% critical chance. The reason I'm checking this is, like, this has 1 strength, 1 intelligence, 1 warfare, right? I've been thinking, because I've been looking at a couple of videos on this, maybe I do want to, like, change to 2 weapons rather than 1. Like, dual wield instead of 2-handed. Speaking of which, I use... Wait, what did this give me again? No, not dual wielding, 2-handed. Like, critical multiplier. It just gives me a 45% critical multiplier. Which, to be fair, points in Scoundrel as well, but Scoundrel gives me movement. I'm just thinking. If I ever switch off of two-handed, I don't know. I'm still debating between this and Scoundrel. Because, like, Scoundrel also just gives me good skills. This just purely gives me the critical damage. It just gives me more damage if I make normal attacks with, like, my... Well, to be fair, that does give me a higher chance to hit with, like, Battle Stomp or something. Maybe I should keep it. I'm gonna keep flip-flopping between this, pretty much. That's, like, the idea, I guess. I guess that is the idea. Oh, well. Before I forget... Where's my teleportation pyramid? Pretty sure I didn't sell that one.
The destination pyramid doesn't answer the call. There's something blocking it.
Right. We're also gonna have to do Stone Garden soon, I guess. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do Riker first.
The destination pyramid.
Are you fucking kidding me? Anyway. Get me back filled up on source. There you go. Alright. Cool. But that's gonna do it for today, I think. Because I need to go to work tomorrow.